Hello and welcome to a great spec, possibly the most desirable spec in fact for most XF aficionados of course what continues to be our most in-demand car, a 2014, so of course a facelift model, XF Portfolio S. So this, for many drivers, is the one to go for. Having the S of course means that already fantastic 3-litre V6 engine, but with more horsepower, more torque, still fantastic economy and great performance, but being a portfolio, it's very well equipped as well. So it's not just about the engine, of course the interior is fantastic, being finished here with a barley leather interior with that rhodium silver exterior. It's one of the best looking colour combinations for sure. Of course you have the advantage over black, for example, where the car not only looks clean all of the time, which is a lovely advantage to have, but especially in extremely hot weather, the car always stays cooler, which is a bigger advantage than you may initially think, but also with that barley interior, between ivory and barley, these are the most in-demand interiors we have on the XF, and it's not difficult to see why. It's such a good looking interior, and it holds up so well on these cars. Speaking to its condition though, and of course to its history, which are at least as important as everything else, it's only covered 71,000 miles, which in the case of an average on the market is 9,000 less, and in many cases you will have probably seen it's not uncommon at all to see XFs in 3-litre, 2.2 and beyond forms with well over 100,000 miles, sometimes far beyond, because they really are superb long distance cars. Being a 3-owner car from brand new, clearly each of those keepers have really loved the car as well because it has a full 11 stamp service history. In fact, it was most recently serviced barely 200 miles ago, and as if the price tag of under £10,500 weren't already good enough, it has low deposit finance available as well, should you so choose. Now to go back of course to that portfolio spec, that means of course parking sensors, reverse camera, cruise control, a fantastic sound system, of course Bluetooth and auxiliary input, and to go back to that engine, the 3-litre V6, even in non-S form, is already very good. This one even more so. 270 horsepower, 440 foot-pounds of torque, which to put that low-end twisting power into perspective, that's only about 20 foot-pounds less than the XFR with a 5-litre supercharged V8. Much like the XFR, the performance is fantastic when you need it to be. 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds is certainly no slouch, but at the same time, unlike the supercharged V8, these can average up to 47 miles to the gallon, and on the motorway not far off 60, up to 57 in fact. And of course, because of the efficiency of its engine, even as a powerful 3-litre executive car, in a time when many cars are being heavily taxed, petrols and diesels alike in fact, this one in comparison is £255 a year. It's not uncommon at all these days for cars to be, especially in the executive, luxury, certainly 4x4 segments, in some cases over £700 a year. So not only is the car fantastic in terms of price, its ongoing costs are excellent as well, due to the road tax being so much lower and that fantastic economy as well. That on top of the fact that it looks as good as this, has a great looking spec, fantastic mileage and that all-important history behind it, well, what's not to like? It's no wonder why people love these cars so much, and they really do go to show that you don't have to choose between a car that's desirable or sensible. You can have both, and the XF, certainly in S form, is a prime example of that. So of course, if you would like to reach out regarding this Portfolio S, of course you could send us an email to the address here on screen, or of course give us a call on 01749 871 155, or alternately on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.